There's times when being in a chair is so hard. I look back on it and I can tell one of the greatest things that was very telling for me is I grew apart from my parents, especially my dad. My dad was a Christian, and I didn't want anything to do with him. When I was coming home, I was hoping he was leaving, and it was just, I look at that now and it's terrible, but that's darkness. When I was 21, I met the girl that is now my wife, and there was just a few short months in there where we were dating. And again, I was top of the world, everything was great, but then I was in a car accident. I woke up in a hospital bed that morning. My dad was leaning over me. It was the first face I saw. He said, "Son, if you had died, would you have been in heaven?" And all I could do was shake my head no. So that was a point where I gave up my false profession. It's utterly astounding to think of the sin that he'll deal with us in, and the pride and the arrogance, and how he'll just continually lead us and draw us until every idol is stripped away. It takes every single one of them. And then if you're in a trial, if you're in a situation, there's days, don't get me wrong, there's days I don't want to be. There's times when being in a chair is so hard. And, excuse me, it's never for me that it's hard. It's for others. The Lord has blessed me with 4 children now, and a beautiful wife. And there's things I can't do. There's things that they want me to be able to do, and I can't do some of those things, but at the end of the day, they know. They know, and I know that the Lord's hand, he says in Exodus 4:11, "Is it not I that make the mute and the deaf and the dumb?" So I can teach my children, I can teach others that trials are from the Lord and they're for our good. They bring character, they bring joy. I want to encourage everyone that's listening, and anyone that has anything going on in their lives, it's just to understand that it's from the Lord and He's using it for your good. If you're hearing it, if you're questioning it, pursue it until you have that relief of guilt and sins forgiven, and knowing that He is the true God.